Hello everyone, welcome back to the C programming tutorials. These tutorials are brought to you by ZDUP Technologies. In this video, we will see about the operators in C. So the first question is, what are operators? Operators are actually symbols that do a particular job or perform a particular task. There are different types of operators in C that are used to carry out some of the specified tasks. Now, first of all, we will learn about the different types of operators that are available in C, and then we will see the examples of each of these operators. So these 5 types of operators are available in C. First is the arithmetic operators that are used to carry out the arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. Second is the relational operators that are used to tell the relation between two operators. That is, whether these two operands, that is, operands is something on which an operator operates. Like for example, if you are adding 2 plus 3, then plus is an operator while 2 and 3 are operands. So coming back to the relational operators, the relational operators tell the relation between two operators, that whether they are equal, whether one operator is greater, whether it is smaller, or it is greater or equal, and so on. The third type of operators that we have are known as logical operators. Logical operators just evaluate the two operands and carry out the task of finding out the value, that whether they evaluate to true or false based upon predefined rules. Then we have the assignment operators. Assignment operators are used to assign something to a particular variable. Like we have already seen an equal sign, which is used to initialize the value of a variable whenever we are declaring it. There are a bunch of other assignment operators as well, which we will see in this video. The last but not the least, we have some of the miscellaneous operators which are used to perform several important tasks in C. So let us first start with the arithmetic operators. Actually, these are arithmetic operators, not the assignment operators. So we have these arithmetic operators available with us. First is a plus, that is used to add two operands. Then we have a minus, that is used to subtract the right operand from the left. We have an asterisk, that is used to multiply two operands. A slash is used to divide the left operand by the right one. Modulus is a modulus operator that is used to give us the remainder of the division. Whenever we are using a slash for division, we get the quotient, but what if we want to find out the remainder? In that case, this modulus operator is used. Next, we have the increment operator, which is used by us to increase the value by 1 point. Like if a variable is having a value 6 and we use plus plus, that is the increment operator, its value would change to 7. There are two ways of using an increment operator, which is a prefix increment and a postfix increment. Prefix increment first increases the value and then uses it. The postfix increment first uses the value and then increases it. Similarly is the case with the decrement operator, that is we can use prefix decrement or postfix decrement, but instead of increasing the value, the decrement operator is used to decrease the value by 1 point. Next we have the relational operators. These are the bunch of the relational operators given to us. First is the greater than sign, that is used to evaluate and give us a true value if the left operand is greater than the right. The second one is the less than sign, which is used to give a true value if the left operand is less than the right. Then we have double equal sign. This is for equal to operator, which tells us if both the operands are equal or not. Suppose we have taken two variables A and B and we have stored 5 in both of them. Then using these double equals to sign will give us a true value. Not equal to is to check that whether they are not equal to. If they are not equal to one another, then we get a true value. Greater than equal to combines the usage of the greater than operator and the equal operator, while the less than equal to operator combines the usage of the less than and the equal to operator. These are the relational operators in C. Now we come to the logical operators. There are three logical operators known as AND, OR and NOT. AND operator is specified by double ampersand sign and it gives a true value if both the operands are true. That is, if both the operands either evaluate to true or hold a non-zero value. If two operands like 1 and 1, suppose we write 1 double ampersand 1, then it would give true because both of them have non-zero values. Second we have is the OR operator, which gives us the true value if either of the operands is true. That is, if either of the value is a non-zero value, then we will get a true from the OR operator, while the NOT operator is used to negate the condition. That is, if the value we are passing to it is true, then it would return false, and if we are passing a false value, then it would return a true. All these operators have something known as the truth table, which are used to specify the value and their behavior. Next we have the assignment operators. Assignment operators can also be referred to as the shorthand operators. The first assignment operator is an equal sign, like for example x equals to 5, which initializes the variable x with a value 5. Next we have plus equal to, which can be written as x plus equal to 5. It is actually a shorthand operator, which means that whatever the value of x is, we need to add 5 to it and then initialize it back to x. It can be expanded as this: x equals x plus 5, which means if right now the value of x is 3 and then we add 5 to it, and now the value of x after the execution of this line becomes 8. Similarly, we have a minus equal to sign that is used to minus or negate or actually subtract the 5 value from x. Similarly, we have x multiplied equals to 5, which is used to multiply the value of x by 5 and then store it in x. We have x divided by 5, which is used to divide the value of x by 5 and then store the quotient in x. And if we want to store the remainder, then again we have a modulus operator, which is used to store the remainder of after dividing the value of x by 5. It is not mandatory that you can use 5. You can use any of the digits that you want. I have taken 5 for an example only. Then we have the miscellaneous operators. These miscellaneous operators specify a bunch of tasks. First of all, we have a size of operator that gives the variable size. That is, how many bits or how many bytes of the memory the variable has taken up. For example, character always takes 1 byte. Integer takes 2 bytes. This is a predefined size of the variables, that is how many bytes in the memory they will take, and it is given by the size of operator. Then we have the single ampersand operator, which we have used in the scanf function. If you remember, it gives the address of the variable. The reason why I used it in the scanf function is to make sure that whatever value the user is entering, it must go directly into the address that is pointed out by our variable and not anywhere else. Then we have this asterisk sign, which is also used for the multiplication, but it is also used as a pointer to a variable. So if it is used between two operands, then it is used to multiply, but if it is used with a single variable or a single operand, it is going to act as a pointer. Then we have this question mark and a colon sign, which is known as the ternary operator. The reason why we are calling it as a ternary operator is because it accepts 3 operands. That is, it requires 3 operands to work upon, and it is a conditional operator because it is actually working just like a conditional statement. It accepts a condition and evaluates it. If it becomes true, then it carries out a particular task, or if it appears to be false, then it carries out some other task. That is why it is known as a ternary operator in C. So these are the different types of operators that we have in C. There is another class of operators or another type of operators available, and these are known as the bitwise operators. Bitwise operators are used to perform all the different tasks but upon the individual bits rather than the whole number. So these bitwise operators are quite advanced level topic which we will not be covering in detail. So these are the different types of operators in C, and that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.